benefits of the markets. One thing that I realized when it comes to the markets is it's very accessible. Accessible to anyone, anywhere. As long as you are like, at the legal age, which is like 18 years old, you are allowed to have a trading account, you're allowed to fund it, and you're allowed to trade it and start like actually making money from it. So I want to show you this part. Can you please just come closer and then take a look at this? This is just an account that I was playing around with for the week. You can see as just for last week, the previous week. I funded it with only $31. This is in dollars, $31. And then the profit that I made here is, $109. And then the withdrawal that I made is $139. So basically, you can simply see I only put $31, which is like close to 550, and then I already took home close to 2,000 rands. And that is just from trading on this one account in just this week. So why am I showing you this? Is because of the fact that, yes, it has like a low cost entry type of a thing whereby anyone can fund an amount such as like 50 rands or like $5, $10, and all those numbers, and then start trading. And at the same time, the amount of money that you can make going to the upside is uncapped. You can make $100, you can make $1,000, you can make $10,000. Obviously, that comes with more risk, but that's just one of the things that I like about it. And as well, the fact that it does allow us to have some location freedom, that is like powerful, because truly speaking, at this time in age, for you to make, even if it's like $1,000 a month, or not even 1,000, like $300 a month. That's like the average salary in South Africa. $300 a month would be like 5,000, 6,000, somewhere around those numbers. For you to be able to just get that, honestly need to, work 8 hours a day, like in terms of sitting down at a physical spot, like work. And by the way, minus transport cost, minus like you have to go to work, you have to eat, you have to, lunch, you need to, there's just so many things that go into just even you getting that money. So already if your job gives you 6K, going to work is like 2K, eating is like 1,000, already that's like minus. Net salary is basically, maybe there's taxes and stuff, but net salary, find out that you're taking home 3,000 and you're giving 8 hours a day, which is 40 hours a week, which is like 120 hours a month. That's how many hours you're giving to your job that's only giving you 3,000 a month profit. So with things like trading here, it's much more easier because I can trade for 5 minutes. All this year that I've done, someone can say it's not a lot of money. I caught this BTC trade in maybe 3 minutes because I was busy doing something. Then I opened it, I saw it, I was like, oh, it looks good. Then I bought it, I forgot about it, and then next thing when I'm looking, it's running a profit. I lock in maximum profit, and then it went like when it started going down, it took me out at maximum profits. So it didn't take me 3 minutes for me to be able to just run it like this. But that's just how it is. You can give the markets 10 hours, you can give it 10 minutes, and you can still be able to take home as much. Like, in fact, you can give it 10 minutes and take home like 100K. That's just how it is, you understand? So, yeah, that's one thing that I like. Being able to just have that location freedom, like trading anywhere at any time. I can be in African countries, I can be in no matter, man. As long as I've got a laptop, I'm able to trade. And then one of the advantages as well is that it operates like 24/5, which means that it's 24 hours for 5 days in a week, you understand? So it's only Saturday and Sunday when it's not running, but that's the currency markets. But other markets such as your Bitcoins or your cryptocurrencies and all those things, they operate only on Saturdays and Sundays. But the currency, because of banks are closed, companies, which is stocks and shares, everything is closed, then they don't operate as well on weekends. So that's why, but during the week, we are able to trade them literally from in the morning all the way up till in the late night. You can trade the Asian session, which is like in the AMs in South African time. You can trade the New York session, which is like during the day afternoon times. You can trade the London session, which is like in the morning, like in the 9 a.m.s and so on. So there's different types of sessions that you can take advantage of. And that's just one of the things that I like about it. Really speaking, like I did say, I gave you an example with that person taking home, like making 6K a month, but with all expenses, they take home 3,000 because of transport, food, and whatever. But they have to still pay for rent where they are staying. So minus that as well. So basically, when you look at it, the take home is nothing. But when we're looking at it in terms of trading, the only expense that you're paying is when you are wrong in the markets. The only expense that you have is you bought, the trade didn't go in your direction. And by the way, most people think it's gambling, but it's not gambling because you can limit what you are gonna take home as an expense. Mean that if I have $1,000 in my account, I can say, for the next trade, I just want my expense to be $50. And then when it's $50 like this here, I'm gonna buy and stuff. So if it's wrong, I'm only gonna lose $50. I'll just have to look for another trade that might be potentially a good trade. So that's just like, how it is. That's one thing that I like about it. It's very controlled. I can decide that I want to make more money today. I want like 100,000, but obviously that comes with the risk, and it also happens with the person. Like, what is my risk appetite? I can be comfortable risking 10,000, but you might not be comfortable. So that's just also risk appetite. But once you've got the skill, once you've got the risk appetite, you are able to scale up and do a lot of big things. So those transactional fees are very low, man. Back in the olden times, for you to invest or buy into gold or other types of commodities and shares, you'd have to have a lump sum. And after having a lump sum, you'd have to go to the bank and like sign papers, tick things down. And then after ticking things down, then you'd have to like come back and do certain things. You understand? But now you can literally start trading with $50. And you can it doesn't cost you much. Like the spreads, the fees, you don't see it. It's close like you don't see it. And then you're able to take home as much, man. Trading has changed a lot of people's lives. It has changed my life. You can see my daughter now. She just came back from, hockey. She was doing hockey. How do you feel? Good. Foreign things. We never used to think that hockey is things that like people in our family would be able to do it. But yeah, it changed my life. It changed a lot of people's life. I don't know, man. As long as you give it hours, it can change your life as well. What do you think? Do you know trading? Huh? One of the things that I can say in terms of those benefits, like back in the olden times, especially when you had to invest in the markets or had to buy shares and stuff, you need to buy newspapers, magazines. You had to also buy things such as like being able to follow through. Like you needed what we call insider secrets, which is being able to have access to people in the company to tell you what the company is doing so that you are able to invest properly, which means that the people that were not close to these companies, if you never knew someone in, let's say for instance, Anglo-American, you would never get an opportunity to invest in Anglo-American because of why? There's no platform. The only platform that's there is you knowing someone that's in. So now looking at it from this type of a way, the markets now, it allows you to be able to use platforms, the simple platforms like brokerage platforms, like things like IQ Markets, whereby you are able to basically just trade from anyone, accessible, literally anyone. And then one thing that I like as well is that with other platforms such as MetaTrader, you don't have to go anywhere. You're able to literally just scan the markets, like see those graphs going up and down, study the price predictions in accordance to patterns. So there's specific patterns that happen and they repeat themselves at times. So you just study a pattern that makes sense to you. And once you're able to see it, you practice it so that you get used to seeing it so many times to a point where when you see, you don't even have to draw it to see it. You can see it just by looking at it. And then what you do is that you practice your emotions to know that if it doesn't work out, this is the risk. I shouldn't lose this much. But if it does work out, this is the gains. I must not be greedy as well and do this. And that on its own, it allows you to be profitable and have an edge over the market. Because why? You don't have to rely on like knowing someone in a currency or a country in order, or a government in order to make money. You don't have to kiss someone's bum or smile with someone just because of you want to make them happy. And you don't need anyone. This is 100% all on you. The market is versus you. And all you need to do is literally become better. Become better at looking for those price patterns. Become better at you being able to manage your emotions. Become better at you being able to just know how to react towards certain things and situations. One thing that I like is that the market didn't just teach me how to be profitable, but it taught me as well how to build a character. Like character in terms of right now, if something comes, there's so many things that are coming to me whereby I believe some people that are like in my age and stuff, they would have grabbed the rope and hang themselves. But I couldn't, because I've seen myself losing like, let's say 6 figures in a day from the markets. And I had to understand that I made a mistake, and I had to just treat it like any other trade, even though that was life-changing, like if I didn't lose it, you understand? So the character gets built, and once it does get built, that's something that you can never take back. You can never take skill from a person, you can never take character from a person, and you can never take mindset and discipline from a person. Anything else you can take, 100% agree. You can take my phone, you can take my car, you can take everything. The police can surround me here, 20 cars, the government with helicopters, and then they strip me naked and they take anything. They say I own nothing. They are right. I won't fight them. I can choose to fight and say, you're embarrassing me. How dare you? 1, 2, 3. I can choose to say, you are right. I shake hands with them. You are right. You never took my brain. You never took my knowledge. You never took what God gave me. You took what you made here on earth. You never took what God gave me. And what God gave me is very valuable, precious, is something that no one can ever take, no matter what. Only God himself can take it. You understand? So once you know that knowledge, it's something. Once you know it's something, you are able to, maybe do something for yourself. But once you are able to apply it, you'll become unrecognizable. You'll become something that even you don't know yourself, because anything is achievable. Anything that you see, you can have. Anything that you want to do, you can do. Right now, the robot is ready, but we're just going through, because why? We create our own rules. The government made a stop sign in the bay where they want to make it. I don't side with that. Why do they make it there? I'm going to make my own stop sign right here. Yeah, this is my stop sign. This is my stop sign. Then I can move. I'm not in the system, man. We out. But yeah, man, let's do this. Let's do this big. Obviously, winning is not for everyone. Yeah, now we're just taking wins, man. That's the whole purpose, man.